Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With a false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to, but you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. philsgang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street, you turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great. And these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything will be taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. People make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The White House, it's got a report on student debt. The White House says that $1.3 trillion worth of student debt is actually helping our economy. How does the White House make the case that over $1 trillion worth of student debt is good for the economy?
Well, they produced a report that's been authored by those who benefit from student debt, and that is the economists and academics. I mean, so long as we see student debt and taxpayer money continue to be funneled towards federal financial loans, we're going to see public and private universities increase their salaries, bloat their administrative levels of employment, and those are the things that are benefiting the very people who authored this report.
Yeah, and the colleges are going to, Congress is going to, again, make the subsidies larger. That means the colleges are going to build bigger buildings, bigger football fields, bigger swimming pools. And then, of course, the student loans are going to go up even more. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country and out the Wall Street Radio Network. You can tell it's election time, can't you? Anyone that comes out, imagine the White House coming out with that kind of jibber jabber. That student debt of $1.3 trillion is helping the economy. How the hell is it helping the economy when we never had, in the last 120 years, as many young people living at home as we do now? It's incredible. How many people are unemployed or underemployed? They get a degree for MIT and they're working where? At Starbucks. The only people that are making money, remember, these student loans increased by 300% under this Obama. Hussein Obama. 300%. And who's benefiting? I'll tell you who's benefiting. Other than the colleges, they can keep charging more and keep expanding. 300%. They're making, the federal government is netting over $60 billion a year in profits. ExxonMobil doesn't make that. So this White House comes out with a report right before we go to they're going to start their convention, the Democrats. God, and come up with, who would ever believe something like that? When anybody looks at the economy, they're saying, why? I don't feel the economy recovering. It's so slow. I just don't feel it. Of course you don't feel it. Because people are in debt. The Americans are in debt up to their neck. Not Americans, around the globe. People are in debt. They're so far in debt. Are you kidding? That's why the economy slows. When you have too much debt and you don't have enough savings because you don't offer enough interest, because you take the interest and keep it near zero so the government can keep growing, so the government can keep borrowing money every day to pay down their debt with 0% money, you're not going to grow businesses. You're not going to grow small businesses. No savings, no money for small businesses. So you don't grow the economy. You got these kids. You got another problem with all these kids living at home with the student debt. 7 million people are in default on these loans. And you got all these kids living at home. The problem is they're not out getting married. They're not out having a family. They're not out so that they go buy a house. Usually you graduate from college, you get married, you find a job, you get married, then you go and you get the starter home. The most important part or component of housing, of the economy, is the starter home, the first-time home. The first-time home buyer is the most important component of that economy, housing. Because once he gets a starter home, he goes out and he buys lawnmowers and furnitures, and that's what helps the economy. And then in 5 years, he'll go and he upgrades to the next level. Then the next level, and the next level. Every 6 years, another house, another house. That is the ladder. That's the bottom rung. That's the most important. And you're killing these kids. And because there are no jobs, people decide, oh, I think I'll just go to college. I can't get a job, so I'll go to college. How many people do that now? Because when they go to college, they also can get housing. They can get a subsidy for housing. You prove you're in college, you can go get an apartment and the government will pay for it. Student debt. We are dying. That's the credit card debt's $1.3 trillion. The student debt is $1.3 trillion. What about credit cards? 800. What am I talking about? That's $1 trillion now too. 800 billion was 2 years ago. That's $1 trillion now. Mortgage debt, 12 trillion. Auto loans, 1.1 trillion. We're dying in debt. That's why the economy can't grow. I told you yesterday, we have an economy of $17 trillion. That's your GDP. That's everything we produce. And we're growing by 2% a year. 2%. So that 17 trillion, we only increase it by 2%. We produce 2%. That's nothing. But our debt is 23%. We're growing up by 23% of that 17 trillion. And that's why you don't have a good job. That's why you have no retirement pay. It's ridiculous what they're saying. This economy is not getting better. They're camouflaging it. They're masking it by keeping the stock market up. Now, I'm looking at the stock market right now. And last year, it was in July. Here's what I said. I'm now telling you that the last week of July, I've never seen such a big sell-off in stocks, such a big dump of stocks by institutions. I've never seen it this big. That is an official warning. The market crash has begun. You don't have to believe it, but that's exactly what it means. The market began to crash this last week of July. Remember that. And it has. It hasn't recovered yet. Why? You don't go look at the S&P. You go look at the bank stocks, XLF. And if you go back to a year ago, when I made that statement, the bank stocks are lower today than they were a year ago. We have not recovered. We started our market crash last July, and we're still in the middle of the market crash. Market crashes take a long time. It's just like when you do an interest rate cut or an interest rate hike, the Fed does it. It takes about 18 months to get through the system. It's the same thing when you start a market crash. Markets crash don't happen overnight. They start and they take a year to 18 months, just like they do interest rates. And we started the crash a year ago, and nobody believes it. I'm glad I have my charts because I believe it, and I'm looking right at the bank stocks, and the bank stocks is what leads the economy. If the banks aren't leading, the economy can't move, and that's why the market, right, is stagnant. You keep hearing every day, oh, we got 9 straight days of new all-time highs. Go look at the chart. Big deal. You get on the chart what we call dojis, the little dojis. These little spots on the chart, which there's no volume, nobody's buying stocks, don't even go up a point. And then they say, oh, look at that, we got an all-time, and then CNBC, oh, we got an all-time new high. Well, let's talk about the quality of that high. How did it get there? It didn't get there because companies' top-line sales are growing. It didn't get there because of more profits. It got there because of what? Financial engineering by the Federal Reserve. Debt? Are you kidding? We got more debt? Unbelievable. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street, you turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great. And these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, we come in the morning, we have what we call coffee talk, but we just don't sit around and throw the bull, or joke or laugh. Our coffee talk is serious. Every morning before you start out investing, we have an intense discussion on what is going on and where we should be investing, because it's all about not the money, but where you're putting that money. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and enjoy the best coffee in town.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran it 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
All alone she was living in a world without an end or beginning. Baby girl was living.
Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So if you have a student loan, you're helping the economy. That's right. Don't you feel good? Sure, you're helping the economy. What are you, nuts? These people are crazy. They're crazy. They'll say anything right before the Democrat convention. It's unbelievable. They'll tell you anything. Okay, let's talk about the stock market. What's going on with the market? Because that's where you're going to create wealth. Now, this stock market, every day they say it's a new high. 9 straight days, new historical highs. We don't care about that. We care about value. And the stock market, we know that it's overbought. But they're mechanical. They're financially rigging the market to stay up here because of the election. And that's okay, because there's some great opportunities. There's some great opportunities. There's some wonderful stocks that have lagged behind. And we've been following these stocks just like we did gold last year, gold mining stocks, and silver, which are up over 100%. We're doing that with some of the laggers they have now. Now, remember, the market right now is at an all-time new high, but it's being held up artificially by bond buying, which means, as I told you before, that countries who buy our debt are no longer buying our debt because the Federal Reserve goes in, prints money, and buys all the debt themselves, dropping the yields or interest rates so low they're unattractive to the countries and they're not going to buy our debt. By keeping those yields low, that's what they want. They want to force them into the stock market. That's one way it's being held up. The other way is short covering. Short covering. Now, there's not much of that left, okay, because that was all the hedge funds who thought because the Great Britain leaving the EU, the market would drop big time, go down 20-30%, and they're going to make a fortune. They made a big mistake. They didn't think it was going to be financially engineered by the central banks, our bank leading, and it did. So they had to hurry up and buy their own shares back. That pushed the market up. Then they artificially moved the jobs number, which 4 weeks earlier was 38,000. That wasn't correct. They dropped it to 11,000 new jobs. 4 weeks later, they claimed 286,000 jobs. That moved the market up. But none of that counts because it's not sustainable. It can't stay there because you got to have earnings to keep it there. You got to have profits to stay there. It's not happening. So they're going to financially engineer it to keep it there for the election. And then they're going to come in and do more quantitative easing. Print more money so companies can keep buying their own stock. That's another reason that's holding up the money. The market's being held up. Companies are buying their own shares because they can use 0% money. And now they're going to increase that big time because they're going to come in with quantitative easing. You should not miss this. You should not miss it. But here's the most important thing. You should not miss it when it drops. That's the key, because that's where you make money. The market goes down. Think about this. The market goes up 65% of the time. 65% of the time. Now, you think you could make money with those odds, right? But know why you can't? Because you don't know when to get out. No one tells you when to get out because they don't want you to get out. Because these money managers, these gangsters, how do they make their money? They make their money based on how big the fund is, not how much money they make for you in the fund. You hear them say, well, they always introduce somebody on CNBC. Here's Joe Suckface, fund manager. And he's managing a $5 trillion fund. Everybody goes, ooh, wow, he must be good. Wait, no. Once you ask him, what are his returns? Because 80% of these fund managers can't even beat the S&P. But all you hear is, oh, he's managing an $80 million fund, $12 billion fund. He gets paid on the amount of money that goes into the fund, not paid on how well he's doing with your money. Isn't that ridiculous? That's crazy. That's nuts. So the only way that this market will continue to go up is with quantitative easing. And the problem is, as I said, you're not going to know when to get out because these fund managers, they make money on the size of the fund, not on how much performance they have. So they're not going to tell you to get out. As long as you know, you should never be scared of the market as long as you know when to get out. That's the key. People have sleepless nights, think, oh, the market's going to crash. As long as you know when to get out. And that's what I do. And that's what I do with the technology that I created. The charts that I have that are color-coded technology tells us when the institutions are pulling out. And you can sleep at night. So I started yesterday. I said, look, I'm going to, and I did this before, start another ambassador program of just 20 people. 20 people. We had 10 slots are left. We sold half. So let me give you the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Here's the deal. You join the gang for $39.95. For 4 weeks, I will guide you with two great stocks, actually 3, but I'll give you these 2. Valero is one. It's a beautiful stock. It's a refiner. And TSO, another refiner. Now, I'm going to put those on the chart, and I'm going to guide you. So you don't have to pay anything for these charts for 4 weeks. It's the ambassador program, because if you love it, you're going to go tell 20 people and 20 more people. Now, you got to pay for the gang membership. It's only $39.95. You get the use of the chart for these 2 stocks. And we will guide you. We're always in touch with you. With the technology we have, the mobile device, we can reach almost any mobile device, your cell phone, your laptop, whatever you got. So we will take these 2 stocks and guide you and hold your hand through them. At the end of 4 weeks, I bet you say, I love this. I'm not worried anymore. Not only am I making money, but I can make money I got confidence now. I'm not worried about when the market goes down. I got confidence now because I can see how this works. That it tells you before it goes down when the institutions are coming out. I feel comfortable. So we got 10 ambassador slots left. You got to pay the $39.95 at the end of the 4 weeks. If you want to continue, then you just get charged for the MV2. That's all. Okay. If you don't want the MV2, you don't want to continue, there's no charge. Okay. All right. Join my gang. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. And join the ambassador program.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With the false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine with the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passionate desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right, and the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grandy, at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grandy, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Phil Grandy is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything is taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Let me give you the number. You can sign up, become an ambassador, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. And the program works like this. You have to pay for the gang membership. Now, that's $39.95. Now, the chart that you're going to be using, my color-coded technology chart called my MV2, that identifies by color code if institutions are buying or they're not buying. They're leaving. It's unbelievable how it works. It really does. I'm going to be able to take 2 stocks that are we call refiner stocks, VLO and TSO, and Target. So you have 3 stocks. But the TSO and VLO, those are the ones I want you to follow me with, okay? Those 2 I'd rather have you follow me on. I think we'll just do VLO and TSO. They both turn green. Buyers are coming in now, institutions coming in, and I'll show you. You don't have to pay for that chart. That chart is a $29.95. So for the month, all you're paying for is your gang membership. After 4 weeks, when I guide you with those 2 stocks, TSO and Valero, for 4 weeks, then you decide if you want to continue. If you want to continue, then you start paying for the MV2, which is $29.95. At the end of 4 weeks, you don't think it was worth it. It didn't work. Your only investment in yourself was the $39.95. That's it. So you don't, again, you get for 4 weeks that beautiful chart, and you get and you get the chart. You don't have to pay for the chart for 4 weeks. You follow me for 4 weeks. Those 2 stocks, Valero and TSO, and you see it works. And then you're going to say, you know what? This is better than any 401k or anything else. And not only that, but you don't have to do anything. So we're in touch through all the mobile devices you have. You're going to know if I'm telling you to buy more of the stock or sell some of it, whatever we feel that the chart's telling us to do. We do all the work, and the key is to get you comfortable with it so you'll understand the market. You don't have to be fearful when the market starts turning against you. Matter of fact, when it turns against you, you're going to love it because stocks go down like 10 times faster than they go up. Give you an example on TSO. TSO dropped from $107 all the way down to $68. And that's a 36% drop. You're going to embrace it. You're going to say, oh man, I just hope the stock drops. And once you catch a stock, when it turns from green to red, and you get that drop, and you get that confidence, which 9 out of 10 people never make money on a stock going down. Never. Because your money managers keep you in. Because they get paid on how big the fund is. This time, you're going to make money when it goes down. This time. So let me get it to you. We only have 9. We got 9 slots. I'd like to clean these up today so we can get this done. 877-600 gang. Okay. All right. Let's move on. I want to talk about the stock market right now that is being held up. It's artificially being engineered, financially engineered, and that's fine because we went up 126% without profits, without earnings. Now listen to this. Listen to this nonsense they fill you with. The jibber jabbers on TV. This is just crazy. Listen to this.
Did this rally, either its timing, its persistence, its magnitude, surprise you?
Ironically, it's a result of Brexit, because Brexit has pushed down interest rates in the United States. And that's supported by the fact that you do actually have growth and you do have good earnings.
No, that's not true. He's lying to you. He says because of Brexit, interest rates went down. What he's saying is the 10-year Treasury interest rate went down because the gangsters print money, the Federal Reserve print money, and they bought the bonds before anybody else to drop the yield so low that none of the countries who buy the debt, our debt, want to buy it anymore because they're not going to sit there and get 1.4% interest. So they go and get into the stock market, and that shifts them into the stock market. It forces them to the stock market. They go into the stock market, which moves it up, not because of profits, not because of margins, not because of good management, because they were forced out of the Treasury market, because we made sure the yields were so low they wouldn't buy our debt. The guy's a liar. He's a liar. That's what he's talking about. He's a liar.
The backdrop economically in the US earnings season, and the data seems to be turning around in the second quarter. Is it sustainable?
Underlying economic data itself has shown significant improvement.
No, there's no significant improvement. There's none. We've had the last quarter of 2015 we had negative earnings of 9%. The first quarter of 2016, we had negative earnings. Negative means we're not making profits. Negative earnings of 8%. Now the quarter we're in right now, we're reporting, our earnings are negative by 5%. So what the jibber jabbers do, a company who knows what they do is they beat their own number. So what they do is they say, okay, we're going to beat the street by, but they know they're going to beat the street by 3 cents. So what they do is spoon feed the analysts, say, yeah, I think we're going to beat the street by maybe 1 cent. Now, they're not going to have any earnings. They're not going to make any money. But when they beat that street, and they go, oh, my God, you beat it by 3 cents. What a shock. They knew that they're going to beat it. And when they say that, and that big, then everybody says, oh, we better buy the stock. That's a game. So the stock goes up. Oh, because they beat the street? They beat their own number that they set. Bunch of gangsters. They should be in jail. So you got this whole market rally. They right before the election to get this market to make new highs, and it's stuck here. Because now they don't know what to do. They used all their tricks. So how do you make money? The only way you can make money in the market and retire, not by a mutual fund. Are you kidding? For every 1% fee they charge you, you lose 30% of your money. And the average mutual fund is 2.5%. 2%, you lose 60% of your money. Don't believe it? Check out the hidden fees. So what you've got to do is play their game. When they put money in, you look at the chart, my MV2. I've been doing this for years. It turns green. We stay with it. But here's the beauty. When they decide to pull their money out and it turns red, we make money on the way down. We don't care if it's up or down. We don't care if they cheat with the market. We don't care if they lie. What do we care? All we know is we got a lot of people facing retirement and they're not making money because they're stuck with these 401ks. This economy is not going to grow because consumers are on the hook for a record $60 trillion in liability. That's $516,000 for every U.S. household, or $700,000 per family of 4, or $175,000 per man, woman, and child. There's the problem. That's why we can't grow. That's why you don't feel any kind of recovery. That's why you don't feel recovery. And that's why you don't have a full-time job. That's why your hours have been cut back. That's the problem. That's why we're not growing. But there's a small group of people in this country that are making a fortune because they're controlling the market, making sure that they control the printing machine. And as long as they get money free and it goes into the market, they can push it up when they want, push it down when they want. And so what we've done is designed a chart, a color-coded chart that tells you when money's in and money's out. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 4 weeks. You pay $39.95 for your gang membership for the month, and during that month, you get to use my chart. At the end of the month, if you wow, this really is good, then we start charging you for that chart. Not until then. Now, there's no better deal than that. Call now, 877-600-GANGs, my ambassador group, because I know if I get 20 people, you're going to get 20 more people by saying, boy, this thing works. We have about 6-7 slots left. Call now. We'll be right back and talking about more stocks and about Chris Matthews, the dope.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? It's been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grande and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And gold is going to continue to go higher. That's right. Gold is not stopping here. It's stalled here because the dollar is too high. The dollar is going to drop because right now you had all these people jumping into the dollar, jumping into bonds, jumping into everything. They all panicked because of the deal over in Europe. And when this dollar starts coming down, and right now we got gold pulling back nicely so you can get back in again. I'll tell you when to get in. And once again, with our chart, if it turns green, we get in. If it doesn't, turns red, we get out or we sell it short and make money. But gold is going to be an opportunity. No question behind it. No question at all. Gold's going to go so much higher. But you got to know when to get in and when to get out. Oil is a laggard, big laggard, because the economy is so bad here and so bad around Europe. It is a laggard, but that is going to be where you're going to make most money. I told you last November that I said to my gang, in 2016, we're going to make all of our money in gold mining stocks, and they're up over 100%. I'm telling you now, we're going to make all our money in the next few years in oil. Oil's on sale. And because the economy is so bad, nobody's using it, and oil has gone down, it's weak, nobody wants it. And as soon as we start to, crooked institutions start coming in, I'll see it on my MV2, I'll see the color code chart go to green, and my gang will start going in very slowly, we'll start buying it like we did with gold. That's how it works. I got to make a comment here. And again, let me give you the number, 877-600-GANG. That's the number, 877-600-GANG. Again, this is for my ambassador program. 20 slots I offered. We got about 7 or 6 left. I'd like to wrap it up today if I could, so I don't drive you crazy with this or me. Again, you get the free chart. You get the chart free for just 4 weeks. And you're going to follow me with 2 stocks. And I'm going to hold those stocks for you. I'll show you those stocks. I'm going to help you with those stocks. You don't got to do a thing. I'm going to show you how the chart works, and you're going to love it. In the meantime, you have to pay $39.95 for your membership, but you don't have to pay the $29.95 for the first 4 weeks. You don't have to pay that $29.95 because I'm going to prove to you it works. And as an ambassador, I know you're going to get 20 more people. I know, because you're going to love it, because all you got to know is it green or red. But here's, again, before we run out of time, I got to talk about this. Chris Matthews is making the biggest deal in the world about Melania Trump, how she turned around and plagiarized Michelle Obama's speech. I mean, ridiculous. Nobody else is paying attention to it except him. He's going nuts over it. I wish he went this nuts over Hillary lying to us and lying to Congress and lying to the FBI. But he's going nuts, and he keeps pointing it out, and it's all he talks about. It's possessed him. Now, Matthews, by posting comparison photos and videos to show the plagiarism of Melania Trump and the photo of Michelle Obama side by side, has done a great disservice to Michelle Obama, putting these 2 photos side by side. He's done a worse disservice to Michelle Obama than the person who plagiarized Melania's speech for her to read at the convention. Unbeknown to Matthews, what he's achieved is this. He's given the people of this country an opportunity to envision a far more elegant, graceful, and classy First Lady that has been missing since Jacqueline Kennedy graced the White House with her powerful and elegant presence. That's what he's done by putting the 2 photos up. Chris Matthews placing Melania Trump's photo next to the photo of Michelle Obama is likened to putting a jackass in a thoroughbred race. The comparison is so stark. Michelle Obama, who defines herself mom-in-chief, is a sleeveless, dress-wearing, muscular with taunt arms, and a hardened South Side Chicago rough and tumble, racial grudge-carrying liberal, and a food policy busybody, compared to the less hardened, a softer, less political, more elegant, and graceful Melania Trump, a former professional model who speaks 5 languages. Matthews has been an operative for these Obamas for a long time. He doesn't get it. And even Obama's most loyal followers get it. What he's trying to do, Matthews is trying to elevate a misstep speech to the height of Watergate, the Watergate break-in scandal. It's unbelievable. And he has the majority of the American people looking at him like they would looking at a person who just had an accident in his pants and he hasn't noticed it himself yet. He's a dope. Listen to this guy. He's going nuts.
You work in a business and it's your job to be honest. And if you're dishonest and you do something like this, you deserve to be sacked and humiliated. And maybe tonight we'll find out where Donald Trump really stands on capital punishment, because this is an amazing assault on his family. All he has to do is say, Manafort didn't do it. I didn't do it. Certainly Melania can't be blamed. One person did this. That person is dead meat as far as I'm concerned. They're gone. Their name is, don't ever hire them again. That's the way to deal with this. It'll show his toughness. If Reagan could fire the air traffic controllers, Trump ought to be able to fire a plagiarist.
Amazing, isn't it? I wish Matthews took the same time identifying Hillary Clinton as a liar. This woman did a fine job. Never spoke in front of millions of people before. Give her a break. And as I said, Matthews had no idea what he achieved. You put those two photos up, believe me, nobody's thinking about what she said when they look at those two photos. Believe me. All right. Let me give you I got a few minutes left. I want you to listen to this. This is nuts.
I'm calling about a stock you might be familiar with. It's called Bristol Myers.
Bristol Myers
had a bit of a run-up for the last 2 months. What would be considered a good entry point?
Okay, well, my next buy point for Bristol Myers would be during the Democratic convention, where I'm sure someone's going to get up there and bash these drug companies. That may be your chance.
What an idiot. No. He missed the bus. This stock has already gone from $52 to $75. He's going to get this guy in it for... No, you get stocks when they're on sale. You get stocks when nobody wants them. Like Valero, like TSO. These refiners, nobody wants them. Nobody wanted our gold mining stocks last November and December. Nobody. But we bought them. We were patient. And we took our color-coded chart and we just monitored it when it started to turn green. We started to see the institutions come in, so we started to go in. That's all you have to do. And TSO right now is setting up beautifully. It just turned green. Just turning green. Valero setting up beautifully on our color-coded chart, MV2. I know that you'll enjoy this. Again, you join the gang, you become one of my ambassadors. 20 of them. We have less than 10 now left. So you pay for your $39.95, and I will guide you on the chart that normally costs $29.95. That you don't have to pay for it for the 4 weeks. At the end of 4 weeks, if you enjoy it and you say, well, this really works, then you can continue with it and say you want the chart, and we start billing you for it. Look, your 401k can't do anything for you. It isn't. And here's the thing. You want to be in a position that you don't care if the market goes up or the market goes down. Think about it. Most people are always worrying about, did my stock go up? What do I do with my stock? Did it go up? Did it go up? I keep worrying about if your stock went up. That's like saying your car just has reverse but no forward. What are you, nuts? Would you buy a car that had reverse with no forward or forward with no reverse? Same thing with the market. I want you to feel comfortable when you go to bed at night and say, you know what? If this stock goes down, I'm going to be just fine because Phil is watching over this stock and watching over me using the MV2 chart. 877-600-GANG. There's 7 or 8 left. Call now. Sign up. Be an ambassador. We'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to, but you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't